Good morning, children. This is Saujanya and I'll be dealing up with your computers. And today the first topic which we will be dealing up is the creating charts in MS Excel. MS Excel, and this MS Excel is a part of MS Office. As we already know, MS Word, I think we have already dealt with it in your previous classes. So now I am moving forward to the MS Excel. In this chapter, I will be dealing up with how the charts are created, what are the charts, and copying the charts, modification of the charts, and moving of the charts, along with the types of components of the charts. MS Excel is mainly used to analyzing and observing of data in different patterns. So, first chapter which we have is creating charts in MS Excel. So, why do we need an MS Excel? We need MS Excel to analyze, compare data in a complex spreadsheet and obtain useful information from them. So, what is a data? Data means an information. What is analyzing and comparing? Analyzing means, for example, if we note in a table the different temperatures in a particular week, then if we want to find out what is the highest temperature, that is comparing of the data. Analyzing means in a class, if the marks were entered in a spreadsheet in a tabular form, if we just find out who has got highest average or highest percentage, that is analyzing of data. Now Excel is also used to represent the data in a graphical manner. Now what is a spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is an electronic sheet. It's like a sheet which consists of rows and columns. It is also what is called as a worksheet, and it is a part of a workbook which is there in an MS Excel. In the MS Excel, we will be mostly dealing up with the charts. What is meant by a chart? Chart means a pictorial representation of data in a workbook which helps us to compare and analyze data and observe patterns and trends in it. What were the trends there? If there was, for example, a sales of a mobile phone for a particular duration, it will be high when there are any festivals or something like that. There will be many offers which were available there. At that time, the sales of the company will be high. So that is the trends and the patterns. It also helps us to find the relationship between different parts of our data. What is the difference between, what is the relationship between this data and this data, like that, if we can analyze it and we can form a relationship in between them. Now there are two-dimensional data charts, x-axis and this is y-axis, and the data are plotted in these two, x-coordinate as well as the y-coordinates. Now we'll be dealing up with the components and types of charts. So in this one, first let us deal with the data series. Series means if the pattern goes on and on, that is what is called as a series. Data series, it refers to the data entries from which a chart is derived. The entries from where we can make up a chart. That is what is called as a data series. A chart can have more than one data series. See here, this is the student, this is the math subject, English, science and Hindi. This is the marks obtained by a few students in a particular annual examination. This is a series. That means there are 5 people. So that series has been, the tabular form has been made into a chart method. This is what is called as a bar chart. Here in this is x-axis and this is the y-axis. See here in the x-axis we have placed the names of the 5 students which we have seen in the tabular form, and these are the subjects. Hindi, it is represented in this purple color, science in green, English in red and maths in blue. So these are the marks, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. So this is how we represent the chart. So x-axis, the horizontal line in a chart is what is called as a x-axis, and it is also known as the category axis. Okay. Y-axis. This is what is called as a y-axis. This is the vertical axis of a chart and is also known as, another name for it is a value axis. The value means the date where the data point is plotted. For example, see here, Ravi has got 80 marks in maths. So that has been plotted here. So that is why it is called as a value axis. And next one is this is what is called as a chart title, that is the name of the chart, so that the user can understand what it is and what the data, which data has been represented in it. This is the title of the axis. Here the names of the students were given. So this is what is, these two are what are called as a axis title. Here we are taking a 2D graph, that is 2 dimensions, x and y dimensions. We can also plot a 3D graphs. That means x, y as well as z axis also will be there. This is what is called as a, this part is what is called as a chart area. That means the components which were there within the chart are found in this one. And this is what is called as a legend. That means it is the each of the data series. Here the data series is Maths, English, Science and Hindi. This, why they have given different unique colors for each and each different subject means, in order to make the user visualize and understand that each color represents a different subject. So the next one, these are what are called as a grid lines. See here, this pattern. That means where the x and y axis will be patternized. So those are what are called as a grid lines. Types of chart. In this one, the first one is a column chart. See here, this is what is called as a column and this is what is called as a row. So this one, this column chart is used to make a data represent in the form during a particular period of time. Here in the column chart we will be having this is the x-axis and this as the y-axis. So we have already seen this chart. So then we will be going to the next chart, that is the line chart. See here in this line chart, see the trends of the data at equal intervals. See here, these are the names of the students, Ravi, Riya, Raj, Ali and Joseph, and these are the marks. In this one, we pointed the marks which the student has got in a particular subject. See here in the science subject, Ravi has got 75, Riya has got 85, Raj has got here almost here 72, Ali has got it here, that is 67 or odd, and Joseph has got it 75. So they joined those dotted points has been joined up and made it as a line. This is what is called as a line chart. This line charts are mostly used by the production or the people in the sales department. For them, this line chart is most useful. The next one is a pie diagram. Pie diagram means, see, this method is mostly used by the businessmen to show how much that they value up. See, in this one, it will be done in only a single data series, not in a XY series, not in a 2 series method. Here each data point is represented by one slice. See, you can see it as a pizza like that. In that, pizza has been divided up into a different parts. Each slice or portion represents how much percentage they has got. See here, Ravi has got 10%, Ashok 15%, Raj 20%, Amar 10% and 45%. This is for a particular only for a single data series. If you are comparing double or two different data series, then we have to go for a column chart or a line chart. The next one is the bar chart. Here, this is a row wise distribution. See here, the categories are organized vertically and horizontally in the bar charts. See, Ravi's marks as well as the subjects, they have represented the marks, they have represented in the X series, and the students, they have represented in the Y series. This is what is called as a bar chart. It can be represented in a column chart as well, like this also. In a horizontal method also we can represent the bar chart. Okay, the next comes the another type of chart that is available is the area chart. See, this is the area chart. This one, magnitude of the change in a data over time. How the frequency is going up and down during a particular time. This one is mostly used for the sales and the production department companies. They will be using this type of area charts. Why? Because they can know how the sales have been represented. The next comes is the XY scatter chart. XY scatter chart means here in the line chart we have joined those dots, but in this method we will be only representing them only by a dot method. See, XY scatter chart. Here the X and Y values have been scattered up. There is no connection in between. This is what is called as a XY scatter chart. So these are the types of the charts that were available in the MS Excel. The topic which we will be dealing up in this chapter is the creating of a chart. How do we create a particular chart? Here in this one I have taken up a tabular form for the particular sales of a mobile in the particular 2019 year. These are the months and these are the expected sales which we expect to happen for a particular company. But this is the actual sales that have been happened. So in the month of January we expected that we will be selling 8,590 mobiles, but actually we sold only 6,780. So these are the tabular. This is what is called as a tabular form. Now this one I just want to represent it in the form of a chart. So for that one, first we have to go for the insert. In this insert we can have a column chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter chart and other types of charts. Now in this one I will be taking up a 2D chart. See here, I have selected the chart. See children, we have to go to insert. In this insert we have to go to column, and in this column 2D column or 3D column we can select, and we can just directly clicking on it we will be getting this chart. So this tabular form has been represented in the form of a chart. See here, sales of the year, next month January. In the month of January we are having it like this. See here, the month, expect this month January, February. This is the expected sales and this is the actual sales. Expected sales has been represented in the form of a blue line and the actual sales has been represented in the red method. Okay, so this is how we create a chart. Next one is modifying the chart. Modifying the chart means we can move the chart to a particular location. See here, this is the chart. See here, I can move the chart from this sheet to this sheet. MS Excel has got an advantage, that is it is a spreadsheet. That's why there will be too many sheets in this. Each workbook will be having a lot of sheets. We can add the sheets here or we can delete the sheets. See, move the chart. In this one, from the chart, in the new sheet, the object I am going to move it in the sheet 2. See, now in the sheet 2, the chart has been moved up. So for example, I have to relocate it again to the sheet 1. So again it has been moved up. This is what is called as a modifying of the chart. Here a tabular form has been created, the months and the expected sales and the actual sales. See, if for example, if you want to create a chart, we have to follow the steps. First, we have to select the cells that contain the data that we want to use in the chart. After selecting it, here in the insert, we have to go to the column. In this column, we have to select the 2D column. Which column you want, that column you can, that thing you can use. Okay, now next one is the modifying the chart. There will be two different things. That means, for example, we want to move this particular chart to one sheet to the another sheet or desired location. There are two ways. First one is move this. In order to move this chart, we have to go to the chart, click the chart. See here, we can just directly move it in the actual same worksheet. And the other one is in this one, go to the move change location, move chart, and here in this one we have to check the sheets that were available. Which sheet you want, in that sheet we can press it. Now see here, it has been moved up to the second sheet. Our MS Excel has got an advantage, that is it will be having too many sheets. It is a worksheet. It will be having too many sheets. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like that. That's why it is what is called as a spreadsheet. We can add any sheets here or we can remove the sheets that were available here. So that is how we can move it. This is what is called as a moving of the data or the modifying the chart. And the next one is here in the design ribbon, we can select the chart, modify the data, here switch the rows and columns, and rows will be changed to columns, columns will be changed to rows. This is what is called as a swapping of the data. Then we have to reverse data of the sheet. See here, the January, February months will be represented like this in the month pattern, and the actual sales and the expected sales have been in a different method. This is the reverse of the bar chart which we have seen earlier. This is the switching of the rows and columns. This is reversing of the data. So see here, see the columns what were there, and see here, this is switching. In the design, switch the rows and columns. Just check the pattern over here. Chart. If we want to change the chart title, here in this one layout, we have to go. This is the chart title and this is the above chart. In this one, we can change the title. Just select it and then we enter the different names. Sales report. Next one is the data labels. If we want to change the data labels, see here. Here we want the expected sales names, numbers also has to be represented here. Then we can go for this one. That's how we represent it. That's how we make the labels appear on the top of that one. Okay, in the charts we will be having the chart tools that appear at the ribbon. See here, design tab, layout, and this is the format. In the design, if you just check, these are the designs. If you want a grayscale or a colored one, which color you can choose the type of the chart. The designs we can change for a particular thing. Next comes the layout. In the layout chart, see here, picture, shapes, text, the chart title, axis titles, legend, data labels, data table, axis grid lines, everything, the plot area, everything we can change in this layout step. Next comes the format. In this format, we can change, we can fill the shapes, we can change the shape of the font, size of the font, we can fill it with colors, we can add effects to it, and we can align it at a particular using the word art styles or any other styles. Next one is the copying a chart in a MS Word. In the copying a chart, the particular chart which we made in a Excel, if we want to copy it, we have to follow the particular steps. First we have to just open the chart. We have to click and select the chart which is in the MS Excel. Next you have to go to the Home tab, and this one, copy this one to the clipboard, and then we have to go to the MS Word, and then where we want to paste the document, and then we have to paste it in that particular document area. That is how we copy the charts from MS Excel to the MS Word. Okay children, with this one we have finished the first chapter in the MS Excel, that is creating charts in MS Excel. I want you to do a particular exercises that were available here. This one, the blanks, tick the correct options, true or false, and match the following. So these things you do as an exercises and as a homework, and then later I will be giving you the answers for this one. So I want you people to practice the particular things which I have discussed here in this lesson, and then prepare it as a do it as a homework and try to create your own tabular form, and then make a particular charts and do all those things in a PC, in your personal computers, and then send your pics to me so that I can understand what you have learnt. Thank you. Have a nice day.